Let's get to the results. I did a test on Wednesday night where I had two different Pokemon cards, both with not wrinkles, but dents. I'll show you guys the pictures on the screen right now. So the card you see that went into the heat press, it had a long, like, valley, almost like a long, just a dull kind of dense valley through it. So that one, we put a couple sprays on the mats, and then I heat pressed it. And I did that 2 cycles because I checked on it. Today is Saturday. I checked on it on Thursday, and it got better, but I just sprayed the pads again, did the same process. You guys, everything I did up until this point is recorded live and available on my Wednesday night live episode from last Wednesday. So everything I did here is recorded up until this point. So this is the reveal. So now we're going to open this one up in a second. Now let's jump over to the pads and plates. I had a noticeable dent on the front of the card, and I could feel it a little bit on the back of the card. I think, like, when I saw that, I thought to myself, I could just use a little bit of card spray, pads, plates, retention, time, and I have done 2 cycles on this side too, okay? So 2 cycles of heat, 2 cycles of just light spray and pads, and I want to be surprised with you guys, so I didn't even open it. So let's take a look, and let's just do the heat press one first. So after you guys heat press a card, I heat press it with my card mat material just to keep the card protected. And I'll do my best to show you the results here. Okay, I think we're off to a good start. Let me show you the back. It used to have a really big ridge. I can see a little bit of a little indent right there at the top border still. So I can see that, but I don't see the big ridge anymore. So let's take a look at the front. The Grand Tree looks great. That was good. So you guys, that was an easy process. So I like to come up with a couple different options because sometimes you got to go back and forth with, doing body work like this on cards. And I want to show you the most important parts is it's like not messed up. There's no sort of like, I didn't pull any of the card off onto the material, right? So like, and then let's look at the flat. So nice and flat. Surface looks really good. And this was just heat press, nothing else, nothing even getting in there with my hands yet. And then like if I wanted to get more granular, I'd have to work on that. And I guarantee me or you or any of us that like to work on cards could fix that. So good option, you guys. Heat press is cool when you have a slopey thing like that. Now this one, I didn't heat press this card because I felt the indent was too small to press out. I wanted to go local on it. So I did small treatments on the actual dent itself. And as you guys can see, I'll show the dent again. It was, it just looked to me that I'd have to do it by hand. It was just a weird looking problem. So after I opened this card up on Thursday, and looked at it, it looked like half as small. So I was like, cool, we're going in the right direction. But the key thing is I don't want to make the back of let's start with the back. I hate making the back of a card look poorly when you get them too wet. So I'm real picky about this. Look at the back. We don't have any sort of weird film, light card spray. And also I don't see a dent back there. It was right in the E into the M. So let's take a look at the front. Pretty cool, right? You guys can do that, man. This is just the reveal, but watch the steps I did on Wednesday night. And the steps are simple. Mist, I got a light up on there, but they just held it. That's so cool. All right, guys, thanks for always rolling with me and checking out the practices and tips. And did we kind of do the same thing just in 2 different ways? Yeah, but it's important to be able to have these options. So whether you're using a heat press or the good old pads and plates, I think when something's real small, like the injury we used to have on here, it's a good way to start with this. And then if you wanted to transfer over to a press, you could. Or you could just start with the press and see where you go. All right, guys, keep on taking good care of your cards. I'll talk to you soon. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care.